Hello everyone and welcome to Faithful to the Traitors. We're here to discuss Celebrity Traitors UK episode 3.
Ooh. Hello everyone, I'm Alex.
And my name is Ben. Hello.
And if you want to get in touch with us, you can by going to our link tree, linktr.ee/faithful2, and on there it's got all the links to our social media and also how you can watch or listen to us on YouTube, Spotify, or any of your favorite podcast apps. So you click to like, subscribe, so you don't miss any future episodes of this and our Big Brother podcast that we're doing coincidentally with this Traitors podcast at the same time. On there you can also comment underneath the videos, and you can get in touch with us by sending us direct messages on our social media, just like someone did.
Did they?
Kate Fulcher. Do you love that we've got this professionalness now? We went straight in. We did it. We did it, Ben. We've achieved the goal.
If you were a professional, you wouldn't say you're a professional. So
No,
you've just lowered
true.
lowered the tone.
I've lowered the tone. Look, Kate got in touch with us. Kate said, not Kate Garraway, although if she did, I think...
You're a traitor. Kate Garraway ruffling feathers again on episode 3 of people not really liking her.
I don't think you're a traitor, but I voted for you.
Both of you are. Yeah.
Kate.
Ruth was going for Kate this episode, so I approve, Ruth.
You like Ruth, don't you? Ruth's your new BFF.
She's a right old bitch, isn't she? But in a good way.
Ruth's comments are great. Don't piss in my ear and tell me it's raining.
Yeah. She went after everyone. She's not holding back.
The worst part of being in this task was standing next to Kate. She perforated my eardrum. Both quotes from Ruth.
Fair enough.
Right. This Kate, though, Kate from Instagram said, love the cast of the characters so far on Celebrity Traitors UK, but part of me wonders why they didn't take a page from the US Celebrity Traitors playbook and put a few Big Brother contestants in the castle for more strategy and gameplay. I mean, I think thank you for your message, by the way, Kate, but I think we've made our feelings known about the cast of the non-celebrity and the celebrity version of US Traitors.
Yeah, the Celebrity Traitors UK is highbrow. Whereas the Celebrity Traitors, not the Traitors US, isn't. It's a different game as well. The Celebrity Traitors UK is more fun, camp, casual, unless you're Ruth, where then it's very serious.
No, I think, but Ruth, I think the thing she says is tongue, like our podcast, is the tongue firmly so hard in her cheek that it's literally almost coming out.
And like, because they're actual celebrities on this reality show, not just like
Bravo
celebrities, there's like they know how TV works. Like Jonathan Ross, where he got caught out with you said that we made an alliance together to Ruth and Nico, and he was like, I never said that. He was clearly, this is an insight into the world of don't ever trust Jonathan Ross being your friend. He was doing teletalk there, and he was like, oh, you two are new to TV, we'll take care of you, won't we, Claire?
Oh, yes, Claire Baldwin,
we'll take care of you, we'll have an alliance. Everyone lies to you in the celebrity world, and they say, oh, we should meet up and have a drink and...
You never get that text.
And create a TV series together. Oh, that's lovely. Don't ever expect it to happen. That's what Jonathan Ross was doing.
It's all kisses and, in Celia's cases, farts for celebrities. Yes. So it's... That's what the world is like. And also, quickly to go back to that, to continue your point, about our version of Big Brother is also a bit different to the American one, because ours is broadcast as it's aired.
Public vote.
It's a public vote, and things that happen in the house it doesn't necessarily affect it's not internal voting, it's external voting. So plus it's a different kind of show.
The British public don't reward game playing.
No, they don't. They don't actually quite. They don't like it.
Yeah, in America, like Survivor and Big Brother and all that, everyone champions a game player and a schemer. Not in the UK. In the UK, we put them on the front of the page with the newspaper and cascade them and ruin their life for a few months and then book them for pantomime.
Yeah, or put them on Traitors US.
Yes,
there you go. So that's there you go.
It's not the same in the UK and the US, but.
Thank you. Yes, thank you for your comment, Kate, and thank you to everyone who sent comments. And we've actually had so many comments that we kind of just decided just to kind of intertwine the answers maybe as we talk. Like, for instance, we found out that people are all paid the same. So we said, who's getting paid the most? It's actually everyone's getting an equal flat rate.
Lots of people, like another podcast called The Rest is Entertainment, actually said they get £40,000. All right. So you listen to The Rest is Entertainment before us.
That's traitorous behaviour. I'm putting your name on my chalkboard.
The host of that said no to even appearing on this show. So why do you want to listen to him?
Yes. Richard Osmond is no friend of this show anymore.
I'm sure he'll be there on series 2, though.
How dare you? Yeah. Yeah. Once we start getting ratings. Can't wait to get my invite to House of Games, Richard.
So yeah, £40,000, nice easy check, isn't it? For Paloma and Nico.
Yeah, and Tom.
Yeah.
Tom, we mustn't forget, gold medalist / entrepreneur.
Knitter.
Well, this is what I've been wondering. Is entrepreneur basically that he knits and sells books relating to knitting?
I don't know what else he does, really.
Well, entrepreneur.
I don't really follow him. He had a book recently.
Well, we also said homosexual, so...
Well, that was between us. It was like, imagine if the thing did say Olympian, entrepreneur, homosexual. Tom Daly. Lots of people were learning about Tom Daly for the first time ever, by the way.
But he's gay.
Yeah, lots of people, fans online, are making thirst traps and things of him, and all these girls are finding out that he's gay.
Oh dear, poor them.
He's breaking hearts all over again.
Also, can we also say the clips that he play? We just literally come off the back of the Irish Traitors, where the clips were them just the camera swinging around them, folding their arms slowly.
Yeah.
We've got our great British, perfect talk about them in the turret. I got told off for saying turret. Right? Turret.
Give them things to do.
Tom Daly having a shower. Claire Balding reading a book.
Writing
a diary.
Yeah. And
Joe Wilkinson,
what's he doing?
Playing darts in one.
That's what you want. Each celebrity doing their own little hobby in their room.
So can we surmise?
Stephen Fry will be making clay pots with a spinning thing.
I was about to say, shall we guess what people are doing? So Stephen Fry with his top off. What, with the ghost behind him?
Yeah, Alan Carr.
Alan Carr behind him.
They share a hotel room.
They're moulding a clay pot together.
Nick will be like making a model, like painting a Warcraft model or something like that, or
one of those airplanes. You used to get those soft
or a ship
airplanes.
Inside a bottle.
Yeah, that's what he'll be doing. David would be like reading through his history books and writing notes and thinking, how's this relate to the 1066 war?
Kate Garraway will just be looking in the mirror talking to herself.
Kate Garraway would just be pointing at us, you are a traitor. You aren't a traitor. You are a traitor. You aren't a traitor.
And Charlotte Church would be like reading hymn music and like practicing singing or something like that.
Well, just going
in a bath with loads of foam and soap everywhere.
Like blowing the bubbles away in a slow motion. I wouldn't mind seeing Joe Mercer in the shower,
Right. Well, this has come out of nowhere. What's this?
Well, it would come out of nowhere. But I think he's hiding something under those loose clothings,
Is he?
Something interesting.
Brains, not just brains.
I hope his brains isn't in his chest, because that would be a worrying medical
he's a smart
problem.
He's not just a smart guy. He's not just a funny guy. He also may be having a hidden talent. But we'll have to wait until
I need to see this hidden talent.
He's in the shower, won't you?
I must say, I feel the same way leanings toward Mark as well. I think Mark's got a hidden talent.
Mark from Line of Duty fame and Department Q.
Scottish accent.
He always plays the same character in everything I've seen him in. He plays like a higher up in a police thing, but he's a little bit shifty, but you're not sure if he is shifty or not.
Yeah, shifty.
That's all he ever plays.
He's also, I've noticed BBC iPlayer, if you go and scroll on you might be interested in this as well. There's 2 shows that he's in that I've never even heard of. This now top of the list. So obviously because we've watched The Traitors, they're pushing all the shows that the BBC have made with these people. Can I also say how Lucy Bowman, as much as I love her, just is the most she's like the child in the creche that just kind of goes off and plays with the blocks and doesn't really understand how things work. You know what I mean? It's like she feels a bit lost in the group. It's odd
because on paper she should be the one who's giving us a lot of the sound bites and the bits to camera and the comments, because she was on Taskmaster and she was quite unexpectedly funny in a weird way. But
she's a comedian.
She's being, I don't know, in the shadows a bit on this. She's been... Alan Carr's obviously taking that role at the moment because he's a traitor and he's just...
Isn't he embracing
fitting into his role?
I was about to say, he's really embracing the traitor. He's molded himself as this very evil, dark, sinister character. He has
to go.
Does he remind you of Dick Dastardly a little bit? Like, I'm just waiting for, who's his Muttley? Like, is Jonathan Ross...
Cat Burns.
That's true. Cat Burns is his Muttley. Like, they were having a license plan.
Penelope Peacock.
He dressed up as our ongoing topic of the podcast is what's Jonathan's character this week. He's gone in this episode as Claudia Winkleman.
Yeah.
He went as Claudia Winkleman, which I thought was nice, including the gloves with the fingerless
in a way,
gloves.
I want him to stick around longer because I want to see what outfits he's got, what characters he's going to dress up as the weeks go on.
Well, he's in a little bit of danger, but we'll get to that in a moment because we haven't even started where the episode 2 ended when episode 3 began. So the banishment continued. There was a draw at the end between Kate Garraway and Nico. We weren't sure it was going either way, and then we got the rest of people's votes. A couple of very interesting votes then. Celia voted for Charlotte, which we later found out was because Celia has now revealed her game plan to the group, which is that she is...
Sorry.
That's okay. Were you nervous? nervous in the shed. I mean, that was a moment, wasn't it? But yes, Celia after she had a fart, she revealed that her gameplay is that she's going to snoop about. And she's going to look at who interacts with who. And her thought process is that if two people, I've been writing this down, if two people aren't talking to one another, when there's lots of groups splintered off having conversations about who they think is traitors and blah, 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 they're more than likely going to be traitors because they're deliberately trying to keep out of each other's paths because they don't want to kind of look too obvious. And she spotted that between Kat and Charlotte, that
they don't talk to each other very much,
which has led to Celia voting in the last roundtable, and then in this roundtable for Kat, that she believes that they could be the two traitors. They're the ones hidden in plain sight.
So she's snooping, but telling all the groups that she is snooping.
Yes. I mean, she ruined her own plan. Alan Carr quite clearly pointed out, was like, well, you shouldn't really tell us that you're snooping because that kind of ruins the point of doing a snoop.
Celia is one of my, and she was one I didn't really know about her. I just knew that she was a good actress. Like I didn't even know that she was a good actress, but just by her picture and her profile when they announced who was in this, I was like, oh, she's just one of those. She's a good actress. She's like a Judi Dench. That's all I knew of her. But she's one of my favourites. I'm enjoying her.
Yeah.
The fact that she can just fart in a cabin.
I mean, just casually
and
fart.
Announce it, make Claudia break character. And
she broke wind, which made Claudia break character.
Yeah, so...
And it was a wonderful moment. Yeah, I mean, just her face as well of guilt. Because I thought it was just the cabin creaking. And then she just went, oh, sorry, that was me. I had a fart.
It reminded me of that time on Taskmaster. Well, who was that guy who farted on Taskmaster and they kept replaying the clip?
Was the guy with the moustache.
Yeah,
no, his task was he had to fart. He couldn't leave the airplane until he farted. I mean, this is UK television. Hello to New Zealand, by the way, who's also getting this day on date as Australia is with the UK traitors. But yes, on the UK Taskmaster, one of the tasks was, a few years back now,
it was so funny
that he had to basically fart. That was the task. You had to fart, and so he squeezed one out, and he ended up giving himself.
He had an injury or something. Didn't he?
A
prolapse.
A prolapse. Yeah, he had a prolapse from doing it.
And they kept fart humour is not actually my humour.
No,
believe it or not. Even though I talked about it for 5 minutes. But yeah, it reminded me of that. So it was funny.
So anyway, ultimately though, the banishment was unfortunately for Nico, his to have, and he left telling everyone he was faithful, and a lot of guilt set in. Stephen Fry felt a bit guilty because he said that he kind of blamed Nico from the beginning, and a few people, Jonathan Ross kept saying he was feeling guilty too. And I have to say I feel a bit sorry for Nico too.
It felt a bit like he was the one that wasn't in the celebrity world, so they kind of got rid of him. A little bit,
but don't forget his past as well. That he did. He wanted to hide the fact that he's known commonly for basically, again, snooping around like what Celia would do in situations and pretend to be a character so that he can record hidden camera videos with people.
Oh, so what? Celia's known for being an actress playing different people. So is Joe Wilkinson.
Yes, but for Nico, he's young. He's probably he sees this as a good opportunity to get his name out there as well. I mean, it's a bit callous to think that way, but obviously maybe Nico's mind was like, if I can stay in the series for long enough, I'll become more well known. Stuff like that. So
people were still more shocked about Paloma Faith being murdered. They just can't get that because they can't get over it, can they? Paloma Faith? It's like, all right, what's Paloma Faith?
Well, who to blame for that? Alan Carr. I love the fact that
Couldn't have been me.
They keep interviewing Paloma Faith. Every time I see an interview with Paloma Faith, they keep asking, have you forgiven Alan? And every time her answer gets more extreme, it's like, no! I've written about my Christmas card list.
Well, a few of them, that's what I mean. Obviously, they know Paloma Faith because a few of them were literally saying it couldn't be Alan Carr. Alan couldn't be a traitor, and he couldn't because he wouldn't have killed Paloma because she would literally never forgive him. And they were being serious. They were like, that's just... So Alan, by doing this, has made himself basically... a pariah, because they're no, he would never do it because Paloma would literally kill him, and they're being serious there. So,
but I think this will follow Alan for the rest of his career. People will stop being so confident around him because around the round table.
One question who will always be asked every time he's interviewed.
Yeah. So how's Paloma? The one thing that Claire brought up later in the second round, or the later part of the round table, is that she said that there's no way that Alan could do that to Paloma, but that makes me suspect Alan. And then when Alan said, "Oh no, I couldn't. Oh my god, I could never do that. I just can't explain it. I just can never
Everyone
do that."
Was just like, yes.
Yeah. Even Claire then said like, no, actually, I don't believe what I'm thinking, so don't worry about it, Alan. So Alan's played a blinder of a game,
doing well.
which has kind of led to Alan's confidence, which has led to him being a bit cocky in the turret and also around the round table. And later on with Cat Burns, when he was having a discussion, I mean, we're jumping ahead again here, but he was having a discussion with Cat Burns about the prospect of stabbing Jonathan Ross in the back. Jonathan
Would you
Ross
stab him back? I would.
I think
what
Jonathan,
he said.
Yeah, I think Jonathan Ross is
So
I think Jonathan Ross is playing a bit of a, I don't know. I think
he's come out and
not
said,
such a good
hasn't he?
game.
Jonathan Ross has said in interviews, he said he's basically warning people who are doing Series 2. He's come out and said...
Celebrity Series 2.
Yeah, obviously.
Well, the non-celebrity of Series 4.
No. Celebrity Traitor Series 2. He said to people that he didn't enjoy the game and it was much more difficult than he thought it was going to be.
I mean, none of the games looked like that have looked that much fun. Like in this one, they put
the game in total. As in the Traitors. He said he thought it was going to be much easier than it ended up being, and he found it really difficult to do. So he struggled.
I think Jonathan Ross thought it was going to be more of a laugh than it actually ended up being, and I think if he had played as a faithful, I think Jonathan Ross would have had more fun. I think though the weight of the traitors on your shoulders can actually be very heavy.
Although Kate Garraway has said it's actually really difficult being a traitor. It's more difficult than I thought. And the whole table went silent. They're like, that sounds like a traitor.
Kate Garraway. So look, right. So Nico went out on the round table.
Banished.
They had the first murder of the episode. So it was between 3 people. Tom, who doesn't trust anyone and is super smart and perceptive.
He just had a shower. Was
having a shower, which has led us to us saying we want to see Mark and Joe Mercer naked.
Well, I didn't say that. You said that.
Okay, fair. I'll take that. Jonathan Ross called him John Daly for some reason. Claire Balding is the second up for murder. Big impact, shown determination and pointing her finger at Kate, which means that if they were to get rid of her, Kate looks suspicious. Kate, And Joe, it was the other Joe Wilkinson, because it's random. But also, he's very stubborn, and once he's made his mind up about something, he will not get it. Once the monkey's on his back, he can't shake it. He's just constantly thinking about it.
Need to split up him and Nick. Him and Nick are going to be a dangerous duo of plotting, I feel.
I think Joe, the two Joes, I'm calling them the two Joes from now on. Joe squared. Like I think they both constantly have their little sneaky conversations with each other.
They're the two who were saying it's either Stephen Fry versus Jonathan Ross, which is what Claudia would have wanted. Yeah, as if Claudia's head producer of BBC now. She owns BBC.
She might, to be fair. She's on the 2 highest rated shows of the BBC now.
She is. And she's got her shampoo adverts.
Yes, Head and Shoulders. Buy it.
She uses it. No, really, I do.
I do, honestly. She might. We don't know.
They were basically saying they're the 2 head celebrities. They're kind of saying they're the big ones.
The big dogs.
Big clever, yeah.
Is the comments.
So one of them is probably a traitor. One of them's a faithful.
Well, yes. So Joe Mercer has suggested that the Jonathan Ross.
Joe Mercer
is the rugby player who I want to see without a top on. Marla. So
I thought you wanted to see Mark without a top on. You said Mark earlier.
And Mark.
Scottish. Oh, and Mark. So there's 3 of them.
I want to see all of them naked. Okay. Let's be honest. Kate Garraway will do. He believes that Stephen and Jonathan are on both. One is on both teams. One is a traitor, and one is on the faithful team. And the producers, Claudia has done that on purpose because that would make good television. So again, he's looking at it from like a TV perspective. Even though he's actually starts as a sportsman, he's now looking at it from a TV perspective.
Because he thinks the producers, Claudia, wants to see if Stephen Fry can break the game of the traitors because he's so smart. So maybe he's the faithful.
Sadly, though, in respect to Stephen Fry, and I mean this with complete love, I think he's probably the most misdirected at the moment. He doesn't seem to be aiming
too smart. If you're too smart in this game, you overthink things.
And the problem is, again, by connection of people thinking he's too smart, people are starting to vote for him without any evidence whatsoever, which is what Stephen Fry at the beginning of this warned people not to do. It's like, don't vote for people just on a feeling, vote for people on evidence. And everyone's like, well, I feel like you're quite smart, so I'm going to vote for you. So
but it's 3 episodes in and there's no evidence yet still.
No, I mean, look at the round table. The voting was all over the place. But the murder, Tom went in the end.
We still going about Tom.
Well, we haven't even talked about the murder yet, the first murder.
Tom's dead. Get over it. Quote Alan Carr.
Tom's dead? Tom's dead? Yes, get over exactly. So Tom's dead. That did cause a bit of a ruckus around the table, and I felt sorry for Tom because again, Tom, you could just tell, a bit like Paloma, That he was there for a good time. He was there to have a bit of fun.
Yeah, I wanted to see more of his rival with Kate Garraway as well. He
I
would
wanted
have
to see more
got
of his
Kate
rival
Garraway's
too.
He would have got Kate Garraway's name around that table this episode if he was still there, because he hated her.
I know.
So
that was another
we have a
reason,
connection there, me and Tom.
I must say, Kate Garraway. Kate Garraway is the one that every year there's one that basically everyone believes is the traitor. Everyone starts to vote for them, but then as the time goes on, people know that she's not a traitor. Totally think that she's faithful, but just kept her in because like she's just there. And I do feel now that the one opportunity they had to get rid of Kate Garraway, which was right at the top of the last episode, has now died because I think Kate Garraway's there now to the final. And then as soon as they get to the final roundtable, everyone will vote Kate Garraway off.
Get rid of her just in case. Yeah.
Poor Kate.
Do you find Ruth, because we talked about Ruth earlier, how she's taken this very seriously?
Love Ruth.
Do you think Jonathan Ross was a bit surprised and taken aback by how serious she's taking it? Because she's gone for him, and she did it with like quite a lot of gumption, if you know what I mean. Like she didn't hold back when she was saying to him in front of a few people in the lounge, where like, oh, you said we had an alliance, and he was like, oh no, I didn't, ha ha ha, telly, laugh, and she was like, no, I'm gonna, and she was like shouting and swearing at him. I think he was, that moment he was taken a bit back by not expecting, because it's a cast of celebrities, he wasn't expecting
her to play
someone
so
to play
seriously.
it so seriously, and she really is, which is interesting. I wonder if that's messed up his game a little bit.
I think also it's not just it's messed up his equilibrium of thinking what the game was meant to be, or what he thought it was going to be like playing the game. But also I think Jonathan Ross has a bit of a fragile ego. Again, I love you, Jonathan Ross, but I do feel like from things in the past I've seen, and I just think that he doesn't like it when he thinks that people don't like him, and he's not seeing it as in people are accusing him of being a traitor. He's seeing it as people are dislike him. Ruth doesn't like him, and that's the reason why she's attacking him. And I feel sorry for Jonathan Ross in that respect, because obviously I think he's gone into this with the wrong mindset, especially with that quote that I didn't know before, that you said that he warned people for Celebrity Series 2. You know, it's not as much fun as you think it's going to be. He's obviously gone in there with the mindset of thinking this is going to be a lot of fun.
He's gone in the mindset of this is part of Red Nose Day.
Yeah, and it's got no connection to any charity
that's
either.
what I mean.
Because normally something like this would, you're right, this would normally be connected to Children in Need or Red Nose Day, which are two TV charities in the UK, telethons for American listeners.
Yeah, it's being treated as a proper series, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I guess I think he did go in there a little bit of this is Children Need, let's hand it up a bit. And I think Alan Carr did that as well, but he's kind of realised now that actually I'm going to do it a bit more serious because this is actually a proper series. And I also want to say that good for the producers, this series, I think they have cracked the missions.
They're good so far.
Because normally
I'm knocking
people
wood.
are saying the missions are the bit that no one watches, they fast forward, they don't mean anything. But these missions seem to actually matter, and they're quite fun to watch. They're a bit Celebrity Get Me Out of Here-ish, especially this one. But like there was things for them to do, they were all working together. So yeah, I feel they've cracked the trouble with the missions, where sometimes they can fall flat and be a really boring 20 minutes of an episode. It was quite good, this one. They were all involved, and they all had stuff to do, and there was shields, and
there was tactics, because there was no reason for, basically they chose who could get made loose from the chains. There was no reason for people not to just kind of stray off from the challenge and look for the shields themselves and not bother. But they chose as a group to finish the challenge first and then look for the shields, you know. But there was a tactical part to it. Choosing the people who get released first was obviously intelligent decisions to make. So they looked for the people who probably would be a bit smarter.
Joe was on the wheel, spinning his hand around, which really impressed Celia.
Joe's hands are so fast.
She farted again.
She farted with excitement. Joe's hands are so fast that you couldn't even see them. Again, wouldn't mind seeing what that's about.
Right.
He's got
Thought
rugby
you were meant to be
hands.
more professional this series.
We are being professional. It's just kind of, I don't know. I just got something about Joe.
He's very nice. Very nice young man.
So
yeah. By his calendar, his 2026
Joe,
calendar.
Come on.
It's Joe Marler's calendar.
Joe Marler's calendar 2026.
Or if you're in the shopping centres, they might have an unofficial Kate Garraway one hung up.
I would buy that. Oh my God, we're at that time of year, aren't we? When the calendar club suddenly set up shop in the middle of a shopping centre.
With their weird calendars.
With their weird calendars.
From that website, what's it called? Not GIF. What's the website?
Oh, what, the unofficial ones when they still basically they Google image 12 images of someone and their unofficial
that's
calendars.
What the Kate Garraway calendar will be.
We should make a Kate Garraway calendar and do it for charity.
Kate Garraway, the faithful calendar.
If you'd buy a Kate Garraway calendar, please get in touch with us. Comment underneath the video or get in touch with us on our link tree, linktr.ee/faithful2. Look, right, we got the round table and this was all over the place. People were throwing names everywhere and anywhere.
I thought it was going to be quite in one direction, this direction. It seemed like it was, but then when the votes started coming out, it's like, okay, I feel like they didn't bother showing us half this round table because it was just random.
Well, I think a lot of things, like a few of them, like Stephen Fry's two people who voted for Stephen Fry, the vote for Charlotte, the vote for David was a bit random, I thought. But that was Lucy. Lucy voted for David. She was going to vote for Stephen Fry, wasn't she?
No, yeah, she voted Jonathan, rubbed it out, but she rubbed out names last time as well, and then she put David in the end, but I don't really know.
But they were all a bit random. And
yeah.
Roof's wasn't so random because Jonathan Ross, again, we've got another tit for tat coming our way when we've just lost one because
that's what Tamika did that again this episode.
Mark and Tamika.
Who came for her? It was Celia.
Mark?
No, Celia mentioned Tamika, and Tamika was like, well, actually, I think you're a traitor now. And I was like, you're doing it again, Tamika. And that's twice she's done that.
Yes.
So
Charlotte went
banished. Maybe she deserves to be banished.
Charlotte went for Tamika, said you're not backing up what you're saying with evidence about Mark. Mark said that you're being super offensive. Offensive, not offensive. Offensive. No, offensive. So she's fighting back. She's fighting. She's not defending.
You can't
she's
do anything
fighting.
right, can you? As being blamed.
And Nick backed up Mark and said, like, I've noticed that change in you too. So that kind of caused Tamika to have her only 4 votes though. That's like a tiny squeak, a Celia-style squeak of a fart past the post for Tamika to get by. But like I say, Kat got 1 vote. Celia got 2 votes. That was Tamika said that she's changed. Alan said that she's been very vocal with gameplay. I like the way that Alan held up Celia's name and said, "You've been looking at everyone else. Maybe you should look in the mirror and look at yourself." And then just laughed.
I know Alan can get away with these things. That's what I mean. He can get away with saying these things and making people not suspect him. Whereas if Jonathan Ross did that, people would then suspect him. So I think Alan Carr is just working off the I'm Alan Carr magic a little bit, which is working to his favour.
Alan Carr is working on good faith, and that is the fact that I think Alan Carr is a very difficult person to not love. You know, look at him; he's great on TV. He's difficult not to like on television.
Just makes me just seeing him in that cabin with feathers over him made me laugh, and even seeing walking out of a cabin was enough.
Well, him walking into a wall when he was in the turret, and then walking down the stairs, and he was doing that thing again when he's lifting his head in the air because he can't see through his glasses. Bless him.
Can't vote him off.
As you mentioned, Jonathan's name got pointed out. Joe Wilkinson said that the only person who would have the mettle, I've never heard that term before, but has the mettle to get rid of Paloma.
What about don't piss in my ear and tell me it's raining? Have you heard that before?
I've heard it every day. Okay. Every day at work, people say that to me. And I'm like, I'm sorry. I've just needed to go. Joe Wilkinson said that he was the only one who had the mettle to kill Paloma. The Paloma thing, honestly. This Paloma is really going to hang over
it go.
Like a grey cloud over that group for a long, long time. Ruth also, as you say, pointed out, Jonathan, about the alliance thing. So this was way, way back, not even before they even reached the castle.
It was going to the show, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yep, they hadn't even been chosen as traitors or faithful. And Ruth took exception to the fact that Jonathan said, and he did say it because they went back to the clip and showed it, and
it was
Claire
a car
backed it
of
up.
Claire, Ruth, Jonathan, and Nico.
And he said, we'll be an alliance and we'll look after one another. Now, Claire did say, I think you said that because you saw them as kind of like not new the odd ones out. So you were kind of taking them under your wing.
Teletalk.
Telehug,
whatever it's called.
But Jonathan was desperately trying to blindside, like, tell Ruth that, like, oh, no, Ruth, you misremembered. You misremembered,
he was pretty sure that he didn't say it as well. Even when both Claire and Ruth both said, yes, you did say it, he was like, no, I didn't.
Yeah.
So maybe that's what I mean. I don't think he remembered saying it because he just chats so much bullshit to people in the green room and then goes on stage and then forgets what he said. Similar thing going on there, I feel. But yeah, if they don't kill Ruth on this episode, then I think Jonathan's time is going to be up very soon because Alan Carr's already looking to stab him in the back.
Yes.
He's got Kat and said, shall we do it if we have to? And we might have to.
Kat was like, yep, why not?
So this is why it's funny because it's the celebrity version. The traitors can be a bit more just ballsy, I feel, than the normal series of the Traitors, which makes it quite fun. If you're doing the Celebrity Traitors, I think it's better for you to be a traitor because you can just have a bit more fun and be the villain, but not have to worry too much if you lose the game, because it doesn't really matter. And that's why they're being a bit fun. Like, oh yeah, we can backstab. And if they did backstab Jonathan Ross and it didn't go well, I don't think the turret would then be awkward. They would just laugh and be like, oh well, I had to try kill you. Haha, let's carry on.
Shall we recruit? Shall we not recruit?
So I think it's a bit easier for the celebrities maybe being traitors.
I also think it's better with the Roundtable. I'm finding the Roundtables much more... Like, it feels like people are being a lot more open with their thoughts and points of views. Maybe is it because of the celebrity version? I don't know. It might just be because it's, the fourth iteration of the UK version, and so they've seen how it works, and so they're more comfortable with the Roundtable setup. But they seem to be more happy to kind of like air their views at the Roundtable, and people seem to be more accepting to allow their name to be discussed, and are better prepared to retaliate it as well. I don't know. This series does feel a lot more. It just feels like like the Roundtable feels a lot more interesting and fun to watch. The Roundtable is inevitably always the favourite part of the show, but like this Roundtable, the Celebrity Roundtable. Series listening to me. The Celebrity Roundtable is kind of be like the one. I don't know. It feels different. It feels new. It feels exciting. So it feels good. But yes, you say. So unfortunately for Tamika, she got one squeaky vote more than everyone else. She was out.
She's banished.
She proclaimed she was faithful. She's been banished. And then murder number 2 took place. Oh,
murder number 2.
When I go on,
we haven't got it yet. But I was going to say we have to just do a quick.
What's your name and where do you come from?
Nico, Tom, and Tamika.
Okay, go on.
Nico is a YouTuber, everyone.
Thank you.
He's got sweets out in Tesco, which you bought.
Which are delicious. Vegan. They are vegan and they're really good. They're called Shades, and I highly recommend them. They're really nice. They're
Shades
not in Tesco.
By Nico.
They're in Asda.
Oh, are they?
Yeah. There are other supermarkets are available, but Asda is where you can buy them. And maybe next episode I might have the bag presented in front. And Nico, if you want us to sponsor them,
well, yeah,
get in touch.
You've got £40,000 budget now. We'll have a bag here.
We don't need 40,000. But, I mean, it'd be nice.
Tom Daly is a homosexual Olympian who knits and is now married to a film.
Now married? They've got kids.
Yeah, he's married. I don't know.
They've been together for a long time.
His name is. Some film producer from America.
Who had a sex video.
Right.
I'm just saying. It's common knowledge.
Is it?
Yeah. Throw it into the fact file. Why not? Tell us about Tamika.
Tamika
is not a homosexual.
From a comedy trio originally.
I think you say a comedy series called EastEnders. No. And to be fair, if you're watching it now, it is.
Was it 3 Ponies or something?
What was it called? One Smack the Pony. You're thinking of Smack the Pony.
She was in one of them.
3 Non-Blondes.
Yeah, that's it.
On BBC 3, a comedy sketch show.
And she also plays a little role of Kim Fox in EastEnders.
In the comedy EastEnders, yeah.
Doesn't have a storyline right now, so I can't really say much about her.
To be fair,
she has a really annoying catchphrase where she says, do me a favour, but she says it way too much in the scripts. And I don't know if it's ad-libbing or in the scripts, but it needs to be cut.
I mean, who would use a catchphrase like so often that it becomes, almost, it needs to be retired? Oh, by the way, do you ride a bike to work? Let us know, get in touch with us in the comments.
Not really a catchphase, is it? So yeah.
Do you ride a bike to work as a catchphrase? If you think that's a catchphrase, get in touch with us in the comments.
Who's up for murder then? Who's the options? Ruth, because Jonathan Ross wants to try to do a double bluff, and it could be good for him to say, if she's dead, so I can't be a traitor, because that'd be stupid. Someone's trying to frame me to be a traitor. Double bluffing.
Kat and Alan kind of warned Jonathan about that as well. They said, is that something you think you'd be prepared to do? Lie and say, that you would never have killed Ruth, the same way that Alan so easily, it passes through his lips so quickly. Like, I would never kill Paloma. So they did warn Jonathan
Ross
about
wants
that.
a bit of that, doesn't he? He saw how Alan Carr did it with Paloma and thought, I can do that.
That looks fun. I'll have a go at that.
He thinks he can do it. So I'm wondering if to be fair, I do like Ruth, but I think for traitor wise, get rid of Ruth, because she is very vocal and not afraid to say her thoughts, and her thoughts are quite correct. So
only for Jonathan though, and she's got a target on Jonathan, so he needs to be a bit careful with that. Charlotte was the second one they brought up because even though she gets it wrong, which is
yeah, I know everything she says is wrong, so maybe we should murder her. It's
no, she gets it wrong, but she has a conviction behind it, and at one point she could get it right, is what they're saying. So if she ever gets someone's name right, with the conviction that she pushes behind it could be very dangerous.
I think they'd be
for
silly
them.
to kill. I think that there's no point because she's not got anything right yet. So there's no. I think that's a silly one.
But also, her name is kind of simmering a little bit.
Celia is quite suspicious of Charlotte, and now she's got rid of Tamika. That's her next option. So yeah. That'd be silly to get rid of her.
And the final one was David, because he's putting a lot of heat on Lucy, and they think that if David was to go, then Lucy would look. Yeah, and as we've said, Lucy's not particularly doing much around the round table, so I don't think she'd have the strength or the will.
And she said to Kate, "I'm going to back you from now on." When they left the thingy room, so that automatically put a little strike on me.
Well, for you, yes, because you don't like Kate Garraway.
No, I don't hate Kate Garraway that much, but what?
Okay, I'm just saying
she's not a very good news presenter.
Well,
that's what I'm saying.
I don't know how she went up the ranks of daytime television, but I'm presuming. Which was she a journalist at any point? Was she a reporter?
Journalist, everybody? I don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
She was married to the head of ITV.
Well, I know
that,
but I don't think we should hold that against her.
I wasn't going to, but you brought it up.
So. No, I didn't. I just
said I don't know how she got up the ladder.
I'm genuinely asking the question. I'm just asking questions, Ben.
But that means I did know, and I had to then bring up her husband.
Well, so I was asking if she's done journalism or has a journalism degree or any sort of form of journalism, or whether everything she says or done up until the point that she now hosts on a Friday.
You
on
made
Good
me
Morning
look like
Britain.
a bad guy because I've been slacking her off for 3 episodes, and then you made me bring up her husband and said that's how she got her job.
I'm just asking, is she a journalist or is she an opinionist? And I feel like she leans more toward the other one. Anyway, this is a long episode.
She's like the female Richard Madeley. I'm surprised Richard Madeley wasn't on this series, actually.
I'm surprised Richard Madeley's not on this series.
One.
Yeah, he'll do series 2. He'll do series 2.
Right.
I'm surprised also, I was going to say quickly, Sarah Cox. I remember her mentioning that she liked the Traitors on her radio show about a year or so ago. I like Sarah Cox. What's wrong with Sarah Cox?
I don't know. I don't like radio presenters. They all kind of annoy me.
We're technically presenters.
Yeah, I know. But Sarah Cox I don't like.
Yeah.
Fern Cotton. What is their name?
Oh, no, Fern Cotton.
Fern Britton? No, Fern Cotton.
Yeah, Fern Cotton, yeah.
Greg James is okay.
I like Greg James.
Don't like Scott Mills. I just don't like radio presenters. There's something about them. Don't know what. Especially BBC ones. Anyway.
Scott Mills I'll go with on that one, yeah. Well, I remember when we did... Oh, did we do Celebrity Race Across the World? No, we didn't. I mean, if that was...
I was really annoyed about that.
Yes, if we did the Scott Mills series, not any spoilers, but if we did the Scott Mills series, I think we would have had a lot to say about Scott Mills. Because I think we're mutual with that one. Anyway, look, guys, if you want to get in touch with us and want to tell us anything about what you think about Scott Mills, then there's nothing to do with this, or indeed about the show itself, then please get in touch with us. We've got another episode tomorrow. So don't forget to subscribe on YouTube, Spotify, and any of your favorite podcast apps. And also follow us on Instagram and TikTok and Threads and all of those. You can find all the links for those on our Linktree, linktr.ee/faithful2. And if you like the podcast and you want to help us monetarily, you can give us £5 toward the show by going to buy me a coffee, or more, by the way, if you're feeling flush. Buymeacoffee.com.
Nico, with your shades.
Nico, 40,000. Buymeacoffee.com/faithful or coff.ee/faithful. And on there, you can, as I say, give us a donation toward the show.
Lovely. Well, until tomorrow then, stay faithful. Goodbye.